Hello, A.V.I.D. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd. I know I've already had you in class today, but I am making the video that you're going to be working on or using for your work for the next couple days. So this video is good for both Thursday, March 3rd, and Friday, March 4th. And then I will be creating videos for you for next week as well. So I want to talk about what you're going to be working on today. Okay, so as you know, I'm going to go into our Schoology account here. As you know, we have been working on Wicker strategies this week. So you received a worksheet from me yesterday that we were doing some quick writes on. We were talking about what Wicker is: writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the information that we've learned this week and we're going to apply it to this assignment, the Dog of Pompeii. So first thing I need you to do, you'll notice that this is 10 pages. We are going to download this to our Notability account. So go ahead, click on this. We're going to create a new note. Dog of Pompeii is just fine for the title. You don't need that one on there, so you can get rid of that. We're going to put this into our A.V.I.D. Oh, did we not put the Wicker? Shoot. So let me I'm going to put it into week 5. You're going to label that Wicker, and I'll change that later. But we're going to put it in here. I want all the pages, so we're going to import that. Okay, done. Then we can go to our Notability account. I'm going to get out of Social Studies, and I'm going to go into my A.V.I.D account. So I put this in week 5. I'm going to actually change this name. So for those of you who don't know how to do this, it's pretty simple. I went into Edit, and I'm going to title this UIC.O.R close. Okay, so now we are done. There's Wicker. I go into my Wicker, and there is my Dog of Pompeii. Okay, so first thing that you're going to do today is after reading the title of the story, The Dog of Pompeii, I want you to write down what you already know, if anything, about Pompeii. This is an ancient Roman city. I'll give you that much. What do you know about ancient Rome or their cities? So write in bullets, okay? So what that means, for those of you who are not sure what bullets are, you could easily, right here, I'm sorry. So a bullet, what do I know about it? I know that Roman cities, whatever. I know that, so you're going to go and you're going to create some bullets about things that you already know about Pompeii. Again, this is a Roman city. Okay, now, directions. First thing you're going to do today is you're going to start reading the story. Some of you might not finish the story today, and that's okay. But while you're reading, I want you to highlight passages, okay? Highlight passages and use reading strategies that we've already talked about to make notes in the right margin. So I'm going to skip ahead here for a minute, and you will see, here it is, right? So as I'm reading this, Tito was never unhappy, okay? He lived, you get the idea, right? He lived a good life. Or did he? Okay, just an example, right? Now, that's not what you necessarily have to write there, but that's the purpose of the story being on the left and the blank on the right, so you can write notes as you go. Okay, so you're going to highlight passages, things that you think are important, and then using the reading strategies that we've been talking about, make notes in the right margin. Okay, so use the reading strategies on the following pages to make comments, and I'll go over that now. So here's the things that I want. Well, actually, let me come back to that. Each highlight should have a note to go with it. So if you highlight something, you should make a note about it. Why did you highlight that? Okay, why did you highlight? Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, I'm just not going to highlight anything. They don't have to make notes. That's not the purpose or not the intent of this. Okay, it's to practice our reading strategies. Use many different strategies as possible. Don't just get stuck doing connections. Write a variety. That's something that we had discussed about reading and about writing. We want variety, okay? So here's the things I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on connections. What connections can you make? If you highlight something about Rome, one of your connections might be, oh, my family went to Rome 2 years ago for spring break. Okay, that's a connection. Or if there's a character and you can connect with something that character has experienced, that's a connection. Explain what a picture in your head looks like. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you touch? What do you hear? What do you taste? Okay, so explain pictures in your head. In your head. What do they look like? What do you see, smell, touch, hear, taste? Make predictions. Okay, what do you think is going to happen next? So as you're reading in your notes, like, oh, okay, Caesar visited the city and there was fireworks that lasted for days. I think there was a big fire, maybe that's a prediction that you make. Write that down. Ask questions. Who, what, where, when, why. So ask questions. Okay, use a variety and use deep questions, not just surface questions. Remember, we're critically thinking here, okay? Make inferences. In other words, use what you read to make conclusions. You read something, what might the conclusion be? For example, if a person describes the scenery as extremely hot and barren with sand blowing in his face, you can make an inference that they're in the desert. It never says that, but you can come to that conclusion all on your own. All right, so make inferences. Very important. Tell me your opinions. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Why? That was our big question this week. Why? We have to answer that question. Things that you're going to be graded on. How well you apply your reading strategies. So as we go through this, I'm going to be looking. Did you demonstrate active reading strategies? Did you highlight? Did you underline? Did you circle? Did you write in the margin? Did you use a variety of questions that went deep into the meaning of the story? Take your time on this and really think. How well do you demonstrate your understanding? Did your questions take you beyond what is answered in the story? Did you read between the lines and make meaningful inferences? Okay, inference, again, use what you have read to make a conclusion, all right? Did you challenge? Did you challenge your teacher? Did you challenge me, inspire me by the ideas that surfaced during your reading? When I read your questions, am I going to say, oh, okay, yep, just like 30 other people? Or am I going to say, whoa, that is an awesome question. That is deep. Did you provide insightful and mature connections? All right, are we talking about 2-year-old stuff here? Or are we talking about things that can prepare you for the 7th, 8th, and even into high school? Did you form meaningful evaluations, opinions in your responses next to the text? Did you demonstrate a thorough understanding? So, as you go through this and you highlight things, okay? As you highlight things, you are writing your notes, okay? So you're going to go through the whole story. This is probably going to take you a full hour and a half to do. I do not expect this to be done in 10 minutes. This is going to take you some time. As I shared in class yesterday, or today, I do apologize in that this story is pretty sad. Okay? It is pretty sad. So I hope it's a meaningful story for you. When you are all done reading and marking the text, making inferences, asking meaningful questions, getting deep, then what you're going to do is you're going to answer the following questions. What do you think the theme of this story is? Remember, a theme is like the moral of the story or the lessons that's learned. The theme shouldn't be a summary of events or characters in the story. What is the theme? What's the lesson that was learned? Then I want you to list specific examples from the story to support your theme. Okay? So what is the theme? List specific examples. You should be doing this by Friday. Use details from the story to explain. Why do you think that is the theme? Put 1 and 2 together in one paragraph and answer. How did the specific example help you decide that that's the theme? So this is where you're going to summarize and tell me about this theme. Okay? You may want to watch this video again on Friday, but this is everything that you need for today. So start off by looking at all this again. Okay? Read the title of the story, write down what you know. Maybe you want to look it up a little bit. Okay? Maybe you want to do some searching on the internet. That's okay. And here's your directions. Read the story, and then you are highlighting. You are asking questions. You are doing all these things right here. Things that I want you to focus on. Okay? And then at the very end, you'll answer those questions way down on page 10. I hope you really enjoy this story. I look forward to reading your questions and seeing the things that you highlight, things that are important to you. Remember, take it sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph. Don't try to read a whole page and then go back. When you find things that are interesting to you, then that's what you would want to highlight. Okay? So those are things that I'm looking for. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email and I will be sure to get back to you. Have a great Thursday and Friday, and I'll talk to you again on Monday. Take care.